So Paul, thank you for joining me. We're close to the games now, really close. A lot of teams have already assembled here. There's a few more on the horizon coming in the coming days. How are preparations going generally?
Well, they're going very well. We've got 16 Olympic teams and 2 Paralympic teams over around about a 5 or 6 week period. 2 weeks before the games and 1 week before the games are our busiest periods, where we've got most athletes and delegates in. So over the course of that campaign, we'll have somewhere in the region of 250 athletes and coaches. And around 2,000 bed nights that they're staying here. We'll be catering for them. We're providing all the training facilities, all the support services as well that they need. So it's a massive logistical operation. But we're used to it. You know, we've dealt with it before. We've had a number of these teams in previously in shadow camps, so we know what we're doing, and things are going extremely well at the moment.
And the athletes, I've spoken to a couple of coaches this morning as well, and they're really impressed with all the facilities. It's really Surrey Sports Park is catering for everything they need here, isn't it?
Well, we're only 2 years old, and the park was designed with elite athletes and teams in mind. So the facilities are top class. I mean, you know, we're very comfortable with those. We've got albeit brief, but we've got a strong history of looking after camps. We have Harlequins that are based with us all the time, and a number of other teams. So we understand what elite athletes and coaches need, and we've got the flexibility here to be able to allow them to train, to eat, to sleep, to relax, to rehab. Pretty much anything they need, we have got on site here. So, you know, we've got the comprehensive package for everybody.
And how important do you think the pre-games training camps are for putting kind of the university facilities on the map and showing what you've got to offer?
Well, as I said, we're still new. We've only been here 2 years, and we've made good progress in those 2 years in terms of attracting athletes in. But this is the biggest thing we've done. It's the most intensive thing that we've done. So we're hoping that as things are going very well, and we expect them to continue to go very well, that it really puts us on the map.
And just a couple more kind of final points. The athletes here, what's their day-to-day life like? Because they're staying in the halls at the university, so do they have the option to train here whenever they like throughout the day? Or?
Most of the training schedules are already pre-planned, and that's been in conjunction with the coaches, because they want their athletes to train at particular times. So that will be during the course of the day, and generally there'll be 2 specific training slots. But the general routine is to get up, maybe do some exercise, then come in for breakfast, then train, then rest, then rehab, then lunch, then train again, then rest, then rehab, then video, and then sleep. And it's a bit of a treadmill for the athletes. I mean, obviously we're that close to the games now, it has to be absolutely right. So there's not a lot of free time for the athletes. They're not here to enjoy themselves. They're here to put the finishing touches to 4 years worth of training programs. So it's very, very specific about what they do.
And just finally, Paul, you mentioned there's 16 teams here. Is that more or less all the teams are coming, or is everything sorted now?
Well, it'd be very unlikely that we'll get anybody else. But for instance, we've just attracted an Ecuadorian and a Costa Rican triathlete who were very late in qualifying. So we think there still might be a bit of Paralympic activity. Obviously, we're a bit further out from the Paralympics, but I think 16 Olympic nations will probably be where we declare for this year.
Okay, so Carlos, nice to meet you. Thank you for joining me. We're here at the incredible facilities at the Surrey Sports Park. You know, what have you made of them? It must be a fantastic place to train.
Oh, well, it's probably the best place for us to train and camp out before the Olympics, because the Olympic Games, swimming events will be swam in an indoor environment. So this replicates it. This is the closest you can ever get to it.
And how are your team's preparations going?
We have a very young team. I have a male swimmer that's just 18 and a girl that just turned 19. They're first timers in the Olympics, and they don't know what to expect, or they don't know what it's all about. But I do hope they perform very well and break their personal best times.
And Carlos, how important is it for you to be able to have this environment before the games to allow your athletes to acclimatise to conditions?
Well, we've been here for about 2 weeks, because we arrived last two Fridays ago, and it's so important for us to adjust to the time conditions, because we come from the tropics, and the temperature plus the environment in the village, we will be required to probably, as usual, that's a customary practice, to walk to the dining facility and walk to the bus. So this probably replicates the closest possible conditions that we will have for the Olympic Games.
And just give us a quick feel of your average day. What would it entail? Would it be getting up early, going to the gym straight away, or would it be coming to the pool straight away?
Well, this has been a very relaxed camp for us. It's one of the best camps that we've ever had because we come in at 8. There's no rush for us to get up too early, and they've made the pool available to teams that are swimming for the Olympics and closed it out to the public so we could have a lot of privacy and the correct environment to work with our swimmers. It's been great the last 2 weeks going into our 3rd week.
And just finally, looking ahead to the games, how excited are your athletes to kind of just get started now? There must come a point where they just kind of want to start competing.
Well, they're ready to compete now. They're raring to go. And as the weeks go by, they've been looking forward to it, but they'll get more excited as the games get closer. We've been bringing them out. You know, we brought them. The Filipino community was instrumental in having our athletes also relax. They brought them out to Stonehenge, you know, and a lot of other places, Windsor Castle. So we've had our fair share of fun for the weekend in England, such a historical and such a beautiful country.